today we're going to do a bit of a showcase of the two rooms that we've got, full of Warhammer 40k stuff. This is the room where I've been making my movies, and out here is where all the storage has been for Series 3. So I think I've done 2 other videos just running through these rooms, but I'm going to try and do a better one this time. Just having a bit of a close-up of some of the armies. Now you're going to have to bear with me because I can't remember some of their names, and I'm doing all this in one take, so you just have to bear with me. Anyway, we'll get going. We've got a Ork looted vehicle there. Over here we've got some Harlequins on a display board. Now I might just pull a couple of these out for you to have a look at, if you like the look of any of them, or if you want any to appear, any of these armies to appear in any battles, just let me know and I'll build them in there, because I've tried to use most of them but there's still a few I haven't used. In here we've got some Ultramarines, just 1 or 2. I'm not going to get in amongst there. They're all blue in case you can't see them. Most of them anyway. Right. These are some aircraft that I've used for... Gee, I don't even know if I've used them in a battle yet. But anyway, there you go. Now under here there's a swag of tanks of various sorts, mostly Leman Russes and Imperial Guard stuff. But yeah, they're all around the room. Anyway, I'll keep going. Up here we've got some more vehicles. Some Tau. What else have we got? Some Orks. Some kind of Defiler. No comments about the paint jobs on a lot of them because, well, they're all shapes and sizes in here. Right. So there you go, you've seen some of these before. Bane Blades, the Mechanicus vehicles. Some Inquisitors on the edge there. These guys are going to make an appearance perhaps in Season 4, so slight spoiler there, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. Now here's some Eldar. Now I haven't had a chance, I did actually run around the room and try and tidy these up because they're a right mess, but they're still all over the place, not in unit formations, etc. Anyway, I'll keep going. So we've used these before. There's some Eldar Exodites. I love the idea of using those guys. So we've got some Eldar. We've got another section of Eldar which I really have as my next paint job. A lot of older metal Eldar that I want to paint up. Here are some Tempestus Scion things, whatever they are. What else we got there? We've got some Red Scorpions. They've had an appearance before. So there's some more. Oh, there's my Assassins there. A couple of Chaos bits and pieces. I'll start getting into the Chaos of the Slaanesh strain, which I've uploaded a video of these probably a few weeks ago. You've seen these before. This is my paint project that I'm messing around with at the moment. Some Night Lords. Now this is just a few here. Now I'll just pull a couple out. That's the tank, a tank that I knocked together. That's pretty rough, really. But there you go. And I've got this guy here. This guy here is a I don't know, it's a Dark Angel. Threw some wings on him, a few lightning bolts. Hey, that's Night Lords, isn't it? Anyway. So I look forward to showing that army later on. On the table there, that's probably going to be the rest of the Night Lords army. I've probably got another half of that again, which I'm painting downstairs. But can only do so much. Anyway, more of the Slaanesh armies. Again, you've seen those a few weeks ago. There's a bit of a spoiler for a movie that's coming up shortly. Enough said. That's the end of the Slaanesh army down there. There's an Iron Warriors Rhino down there. I don't know what that's doing, but anyway. Again, a bit all over the place. What else we've got here? Then we've got some more Red Scorpions vehicles and some more Eldar over here. I think you've seen these in previous battles if you've been watching them. And there's Eldar, and then we've got some Fire Dragons and Striking Scorpions and things like that over here. More Eldar, different strains, different craft worlds. I've got a brass scorpion up the back there, which I don't think I've used before. I'll get him out and have a look at him, see what's going on. See if I can get this out without breaking everything. Holding the camera at the same time, not easy. Let's have a look. Not your Forge World variant, but worth a spot on the table maybe. Maybe. I'll just see if I can stick him back somewhere. Man, there's no room. Just stay there for now. We'll come back to you later. Right, so, and down here, yep, we've got a couple of other Chaos bits and pieces in amongst the Eldar. So, Cannon of Corn or something. Not sure of the name of that. Haven't used it yet. Looked at it. And a couple more Defiler type Chaos creatures down there. Under here we've got a couple more Eldar vehicles and some Leman Russ tanks, Chimeras, etc. That was going to be a Catachan army. That and that. Now I started painting them but only got this far, so if I go over here, that's as far as I got with them. I'll show you. I'll just pull one out. Try to pick one out that's nicely painted, but a bit hard to find when I'm doing it. Anyway, there you go. So the plan is to paint those guys like that. Ugh. Like that. There you go. Right. So we'll keep going around the room. So that's all that. Now we'll get into here. It's going to be a bit hard because I've got really great lighting in these corners. So I've got Knight just there. Over here we've got Space Wolves. Up there we've got some cavalry. I don't know if you can see that. I think it looks okay. So we've got more Space Wolves here. I'll just pull a couple out. These guys have made the odd appearance in the battles, but here you go. This one just there. So that's Space Wolves, Space Wolves, Space Wolves, and down here we've got some Inquisition tanks, things like that I plan on using later on. Look, all that's basically Space Wolves, all that section right there. And I'm not showing the ones down the bottom because some of them are kind of work in progress or pretty dodgy paint jobs. I don't plan on painting those things up in a hurry unless I'm going to do some giant battle with those guys. But anyway, so over here we've got some more Imperial Guard units. Now, sorry about the lighting here, it's pretty ordinary. See if I can get some, don't know what we got over here, some Basilisk up the back there, and more Trimeras, Lehman Russes, etc. Now over here we've got the looks like Sisters of Battle over in the corner there. We've got most of that has been on a battle already. Now you'll have to rate this one. My mother painted this one a long time ago, probably just when they came out. I can't remember when they came out, but there you go. That's dedication for you. Put that back. So in here we've got Sisters of Battle. There's some Forge World Inquisitors here. Inquisitor Lock, I think. Could be wrong. There you go. So here we've got more Inquisition henchmen, etc, etc. We've got some Grey Knights over there, more Grey Knights down here, and that's Grey Knights, Sisters of Battle. More of them down there. Look, the whole lot's Sisters of Battle. Now down here, oh, this might be interesting for later on. I've been holding on to these. These are, I think, Sisters of Silence. Or supposed to be anyway. So I don't know if you can see those. Try and get them into focus. Still not happening, is it? There you go. It's meant to be Sisters of Silence. So the plan is with those girls is to paint them up and sort of build them into this army with the Adeptus Custodes and all that, which I'll get to in a minute, so we'll come back to those. So over here we've got Praetorian Guard, some vehicles along the top. Again, they're pretty much out of order. There's a rhino hiding in there. Praetorian Guard here. Valhallans, the snow dudes. Some Imperial Fists. And look, I'm not going to get all those out, but they are in there. Roll through this side. Along the top, basically we've got some different variants of tanks and things. This is the Nurgle army over here. We've got Dreadnought. Needs to be a Primarch right there. Some Nurglings on square bases. And different types of Space Marines. Some are pretty ordinary, but you know, over time I'll work on those. Most of these have found a spot in a battle so far, so nothing really new here. Just more Nurgle armies. Over here we've got the Blood Angels, but I don't believe that's a Blood Angel. I don't know what that's doing there, but I haven't really used these guys yet, I don't think. I really kind of want to do these up properly. They're a bit all over the place, pretty much like most of the armies here, but I'll get a chance to use those at some stage. So there you go, Blood Angel's army. Over here, I believe that's a Bane Lord, just a custom foam job, which I think I've used in one battle before, but hey, I think he's pretty cool. I like the idea of Chaos stomping a heap of Imperial Guard. I like it, but anyway. Right, so down here we've got some white scars. Try and get a shot of some troops down here. So that's some white scars there. Again, apologies for the lighting. It's pretty hard to get into these crevices. So we've got a whole swag of bikes there. There's 1, 2, 3. Must be a dozen bikes or so over there. A couple of dreadnoughts. And there's some Imperial Guard, which I haven't really used yet. I mean, like stormtroopers and things like that. Over here in the display case we've got Hierophant, another Tyranid flyer, a harpy or a crone or something. We've got the Gargantuan Squiggoth, which I love that model. Over here we've got a couple of aircraft. Tau Orca, I think it's called, and the Mechanicus ship that I use for just about everything for carting people around. Under here we've got Black Templars, which I've shown a video about before, I think, but those are pretty cool. This guy's nice. We'll get him out and have a quick look at him. There you go. That's sweet. Right, so I'll keep moving. Then we've got Necrons. They're all over the shop, so I'm not going to start pulling those out. So that's Necrons. And up there we've got some giant alien Tyranid thing, which I've been using for a dominatrix in some of the videos, just for a bit of fun. Another monolith. Gargant for the Orks. Then we've got the Legion of the Damned. Now I've just recently used a lot of these in a battle against that, so it'll be interesting to see how that's received. There's a couple of rarer models in here, which is pretty good. So that's Legion of the Damned. More there. A lot of troops, Terminators, etc. A lot of really old ones down here. Some of them not painted very well because they're painted a long time ago. But that's part of it. And then we get into the Adeptus Custodes. So these are all basically painted gold. So there we go, there's some there. You've probably seen these, or you will see them. I'm not sure when this video is going to be put up, but they're definitely going to be making a showing on YouTube anyway. So down here we've got Blood Ravens, small Blood Ravens army, Adeptus Custodes. So there you go, some there. I'm not going to go through these individually because I'll just run out of time. So I'll keep going through these. It's all Adeptus, not Adeptus Custodes. This is part of an Imperial Guard army, which I think you might have seen before. Well, it was in a previous video. Up here we've got some World Eaters. World Eaters army. Not that, don't know what that's doing here. But anyway, talk about that in a minute. So we've got World Eaters here. It's pretty much a World Eaters army. An Arvis Lighter, which I have plans for that later on, but I can't talk about that right now. So I'll just grab one of these guys. World Eaters. Nice. Right. And this is Angron. Don't know if you can get a good shot of him. It's a bit hard to see him. It's hard to get him into focus. Come on. There you go. It's better. There you go. Angron. So down here we've got more tanks and things. I've still got some Adeptus Custodes up here because I basically threw the whole army in there in no particular order because it was just hard to put away. That'll be a television set. Over here we've got some Adeptus Arbites. Now we've seen these before. These are police force guys. Just grab one of these. So, come on, I need to get a better camera for this. Is that going to come into focus? There you go. So there you go, Adeptus Arbites. So here we've got quite a few old ones. Just there, and we've got some gunships just to suppress the population. They get out of control. Those damn chaos cultists. And the idea is those guys would be driven around in that. I'd love a swap van to scale, but I'm probably not good enough to make something like that. But anyway. Right, so we've got some Salamanders down here, which I don't know if I've used them in a battle before. Mostly with dragon heads, just to give the salamander feel. So there you go, can I get that in focus? Focus. I'm wearing glasses to try and see it, but it all looks out of focus to me. Anyway, right, so down here, I don't want to talk about that just yet because that's possibly part of Series 4 and there might be a fraction of a spoiler in that because I'm pretty excited about that. So we'll leave that part over there for another time. We've got Thunderhawk over here. We've got just the odd Bloodthirster around it. Running out of shelving room, so I'm starting to use tables and things. We've got the Tau Farsight Army here. There's a Demon Engine. I really can't remember the name or how to say it. It starts with K. It'll come to me. Anyway. So, and there's a Chaos. I can't remember the name. Anyway, having a bad day. Then we've got a Scutari army in here, which will get a showing at some stage. Dude's wing broke off. I'll fix that at some stage. That's a Genesealer Hybrids limo. Well, it's not strictly 40k, but I've used it, as you probably have seen in a previous video. I like the idea anyway. In that box is a Tyranid Harridan, ready to, well, it's all in bits and pieces, because they're a pain to lug around, just so big and breakable. Over here we've got Dark Eldar, which I haven't used in a while really. I just haven't had a chance to really build them into the I haven't really got behind them, to be honest. But anyway, that's probably something for Season 4. Use more Dark Eldar. Start painting more Dark Eldar. But what? Yeah, so look, there's more and more, but down there's stacks of those skiff things. Anyway, so in there it's pretty hard to see, but I've got a heap of just normal old metal, like Harlequins and there's warp spiders over here, and well, there's like swooping hawks. I haven't really used those. I just want to tidy this stuff up. There's a lot of stuff there. There's even those Dark Eldar guys with, I mean, these haven't been painted at all. There must be about 30 or so of those guys in there. But anyway, not a real Dark Eldar fan, but I'll work on it. Right. Just along the top here, we've got more and more Imperial Guard vehicles. Unpainted, all a bit of a mess. Same over this side. Over this side we've got some Mordian Guard scattered in amongst everything else. So it's those guys, and I've got the oh gee, it slipped my mind. Who are those drop troops? I can't remember the name. It starts with E. I'm losing it. I better open finish this video. But anyway, so I've used those a long time ago, but I'll definitely be putting those out again. But really what I want to do is I want to paint up those flyers better first before I roll these guys out again. But anyway, down here we've got more Imperial Guard. Not much down the bottom here. A lot of Eldar and witches and things like that, which again I want to kind of restore or use it in part of a themed battle somehow. That's what I'm big on. I like having a bit of a story going behind it, as you're probably aware by now. So moving around the room, from here we've got some Titans, Stompers, Titans, Eldar Titan, a bit of a Chaos Subjugator Titan, and just some scratch built Titans there. Well, not that one on the end, but those two. Over here we're into Orks. I suppose we'll start here. That's the bits box for current project that I'm on. We've got Orks over here. I've brought in here. They're kind of a little bit out of place, but I do have. Come into focus. There you go. Come on. Not happening. Oh man. Well, that's a goblin. That's a goblin. It's meant to be anyway. So I had some goblins. I want to use some goblins in this, but I'll explain all that another time. So these are just part of the Ork army. I did have the Ork army in the other room, but sort of scattered them all over the place at the moment. So there's a big squiggoth there. Copters there. There's some more unpainted goblins there, which I'm going to use somehow. Down the bottom there, a couple of tanks. Over here we've got squats. I've done a video on squats before, so I'm not going to go into all that. But we love squats. There's a Forge World Crusher tank, I think it's called. Down here we've got, that's the rest of the Ork army there, which you've probably seen before on an Ork video. And we've got the main wall over here, so I'll just stand back so you can go. There's your picture of the main wall. So up the top here we've got more and more mostly Imperial Guard tanks, except for a Ork jet there. Tanks up here we've got some tech priests, Adeptus Mechanicus, and I've got a bit of an army there that I'm going to be putting together later on. That's probably a project for later in the year. Some Tau hiding up the back there. Man, these are all over the place, so I apologise for all that. Because there's Tyranids in there, Tau, Mechanicum. So over here we've got the same sort of stuff. There are Zotes over the back there, which I think you might have seen before. So I'd love to have an army just full of those guys, I don't know why, I just love it. Down here we've still got some Mechanicum and some into the Tyranids now. We've seen this army before. Most of this stuff has been on the battlefield except for the ones that probably aren't painted so well. Just the really poorly painted ones because there's stacks of those. Scroll down here. Genesealers. And Mordians down the bottom there. This is all Tyranids. Up there we start getting into Tau again. Familiar face there. Orks, supposed to be. Okay, so we're back into the Tau again. And that's all Tau. And then we've got to go for the Kroot Army over here for these guys. Again, there's scatterings of other types of models here because they're out of place. So that's Tau. Roll down to Tyranids. There's another limo that I was going to try and work out because I'd love to have two limos driving around with Genesealer Patriarchs just ganging it up. And that's about it on that. Down the bottom here now there's a bunch of old Imperial Guard units down there. You can't really see, it's all in the dark there, but they'll just be maybe I use them to sort of fill out armies and things like that as I get inspiration on things. Some Chaos Cultists over here. Then we start getting into Chaos. Well, there's some Rough Riders over there first before we go any further. There's those, we've got some Chaos Spawn, some Ogrins over the side there. And we've got some, we'll do Imperial Guard for a moment before we've got a bit more Tyranids, Chaos, Hellbrutes. That's the Catachans that I want to use later on. There's some more Catachans, but they're sort of painted in a different theme. I don't reckon I'll repaint those. I reckon I'm just going to sort of bulk out that and sort of fix up a few of the tanks to do that. I think someone said, why do I have so many of those tanks? Well, like Imperial Guard tanks, the idea is I sort of paint an army a certain theme, and then I want to fill it out with the tanks. So I just grab one of those tanks and repaint it, basically. So that's why I've got so many of them lying out. Anyway, we've got Chaos Furies, I think they're called. We've got this Chaos Rabble up here, which is just full of mutated cultists and all sorts of stuff, which is why I like Chaos so much. I just love the idea of mutated stuff. Up here we've got some Hounds and a Chaos Lord. Up here we've got some work in progress Chaos guys with Space Wolf bits and pieces. Up top there, some Demon Princes, Bloodthirster, etc. At the top there we've got some Khorne Berserkers up the back. And we start, really not sure what system those things come from, but I'm not sure if that's Games Workshop. But anyway, a whole stack of bloodletters here, ready to finish up painting up, and just have heaps and heaps of bloodletters. There's some more there, it's all bloodletters basically. Down here we've got some characters, we've got Khan and Betrayer here, and various other Chaos Forces. Back there we've got, is it an Impaler? Bloodslaughterer, can't remember. Anyway, something to discuss, or let me know. And we've got some Chaos Lord there, can't remember that guy's name either, but he's got his little minion. Should have brought a sheet with me to sort of run through and remember these things. Okay, so moving down here, we've got, that's some Black Templar. I don't know what it's doing over here, but anyway, a bit out of order. If we keep moving down here, still Legion, is it? I can't remember. Haven't been put together properly yet. Another project yet to do. More Imperial Guard down there, and down the bottom that's all pretty much Imperial Guard. There's a big pile of rubbish down the bottom. I've just been kicking into a corner. Maybe I'll make something out of it. What's that? Oh, sorry, I thought it was something else exciting. Over here we've got just a whole heap of Crowy Space Marines in different shapes and sizes. Bucket loaded Terminators, more Black Templars just there. Moving up we start getting to the Blood Angels, so we've got the Blood Angels army in here too. In amongst all the bits and pieces there's some Khorne Lords there, Dark Angels, sorry. So there's some Dark Angels armies, there's some Terminators up here, an old Imperial Guard Walker just there. I love collecting this old stuff, it's just good fun. So then we'll get up back into Chaos again. Now all this is pretty much scattered all over the place because, well, I just haven't really had a chance to put it all together. So really it's more Chaos, and that's basically the end of it. So that is a quick run through of the room. That's all I've got pretty much in here at the moment. We'll have a quick look in the other room. Firstly we've got the books over here and terrain. So these are all the boards that I've got over here, and over the back there I've got the different mats, so we'll use those for the battles. Down there we've just got some terrain, so books, rules, terrain, etc. Got a bit of a glass cabinet over there I'm going to fill out with some good stuff. This is the Night Lord's army that I'm going to put together, which I'll talk about later. And we've got more stuff over here. Before I do that, there's the Ork pirate ship over there and some terrain. Pretty sweet, love that. It's extremely breakable though, like all Ork things. Not that it matters, but anyway. So we've got Ork, basically Ork, so I've had this shown before in the Ork army. There's been probably a few editions, can't remember what just yet, but that's the Ork army there. Over here we've got Zenich, if that's what it's called, Thousand Suns, those guys, the Chaos guys that blue and magic, or whatever, I can't remember. So there's some nice ones in here. These guys make an appearance in Season 3, so if you haven't already watched the video, check it out, it's pretty cool. So that's the... oh no, there's more down here. These are horrors and flamers, old and new, and a few characters and things like that. Is it an Ultramarines down there? No. So that's an Ultramarine symbol on his arm. No, it's not. Sorry. I need better glasses. Right, so over here we've got a lot of change. There's an orc there out of place. That's pretty much it. Over here there's just the final parts of the army, and down there is probably work in progress, all bits that I've got to put together. A lot of these old horrors, so I'll be looking forward to doing something with those at some stage. But I don't know how long that's going to take me to get to that. So if we go over here, more terrain, more terrain, more terrain. There's terrain in that box over there. More terrain, more terrain. More terrain. Over here there's probably the last remnants of the orcs. So we've got orcs, orcs, orcs. So nothing really new on the orc front over there. But anyway, probably some bits and pieces in there. That's about it. Alright. Well, that's a quick run through of the 2 rooms at the end of Season 3. I'll probably be pulling a lot of this stuff out so I can bring in some new stuff for Series 4, which I don't know when that's going to happen, but kind of depends on if people are interested in it or not. If they're interested, I'll do it. If they're not, then I won't. But anyway, right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, bye.